For the second time in a week, Novak Djokovic faces deportation. Following a public row over his right to remain in the country without being vaccinated, Australia has cancelled Djokovic's visa on health and good order grounds, claiming it was in the public interest to do so. Yet, at a preliminary court hearing on Friday, lawyers for the world tennis number one sought an injunction to block the government from deporting him. His lawyers have said cancelling the sportsman's visa over fears it would excite anti-vaccination sentiment were irrational, and hope their challenge could be heard by Sunday, the day before the Australian Open tournament starts. The Age newspaper reported that Djokovic had been asked to present himself for an interview with immigration officials on Saturday and will remain out of detention until then. Immigration Minister Alex Hawke used discretionary powers to revoke the visa after a previous court appeal released the player from detention on Monday. Under the law used, Djokovic would not be able to secure a visa to Australia for the next 3 years, except in compelling circumstances. Despite the latest developments, a source close to Djokovic confirmed he is considering challenging the decision in court again. Throughout the pandemic, Australia has endured some of the world's longest lockdowns, has achieved a 90% vaccination rate among adults, and has seen a runaway Omicron outbreak bring nearly 1 million cases in the last 2 weeks. The vaccine skeptic had originally entered the country claiming a medical exemption on the grounds he had recently recovered from the virus. Djokovic's cause has not been helped by recent revelations that he declared he had not travelled abroad 14 days before his flight to Australia, but social media posts reveal he had travelled between Spain and Serbia. While Djokovic blamed the error on his agent, he has also acknowledged that he should not have done an interview and photo shoot with a French newspaper on December 18 while infected with COVID-19. But with the tournament starting on Monday, time is running out for the world number one and his hopes of winning a record-breaking 21st Grand Slam title.
In the colours of the Cameroon flag, Gando Piquet danced his way to the capital's Olembe Stadium on Thursday. And it was worth the effort of painting himself head to toe. The national team, known as the Indomitable Lions, crushed rivals Ethiopia 4-1 in their second game of the Africa Cup of Nations. AFCON is being held amid strict rules to enter stadiums during the global health crisis, and fears that separatist militants may try to disrupt the tournament. But one of Piquet's group of supporters, Pauline Diag, said soccer unites the country, even when people are facing problems.
When there is soccer, everything stops, and everyone is behind the Lions, happy to support the Indomitable Lions. And we know that we'll win in the end, because we want to keep the AFCON Cup here.
Ethiopia made a shock start in Thursday's match. Cameroon's defence caught napping, forward Dawa Dukele slotting the ball home. But only 4 minutes later, Cameroonian striker Karl Toko Ekambi equalised with his head. Despite having looked dangerous on the counter, Ethiopia wilted in the second half. Cameroon's captain Vincent Aboubakar scored twice in as many minutes, before Toko Ekambi scored his second in the 67th minute. The result put Cameroon at the top of Group A after victory against Burkina Faso on Sunday. The Burkinabe squad is without several players who have tested positive, though their coach returned from isolation having missed the opener. Van Alice Kone says they still need support.
We know it's not easy. We try what we can so we can support our national team to help them win.
And on Thursday, the national team gave her something to dance about. A 1-0 victory over Cape Verde, putting Burkina Faso's quest for silverware back on track.
Yeah, just one obviously to get resolved. I think it would be good for everyone if that was the case. It just seems like it's dragged on for quite a long time now, and yeah, not great for the tennis, not great for the Australian Open, not great for Novak. Yeah, and obviously a lot of people have criticised obviously the government here as well. So it's not been good. Look, my feeling is that I would encourage people to get vaccinated, but yeah, I do feel like people should be able to make their own decision. But then, yeah, in a country like Australia, you know, you need to be vaccinated to come in, need to be vaccinated to compete here, and yeah, and obviously most of the players have chosen to do that. Pretty much all of the the top 100 tennis players. I don't know what it is on the women's side, but I think we've got like 98% or something of the top 100 men's players have been vaccinated, which is positive. But yeah, ultimately people, have to make their own choices. But there is also consequences sometimes for those decisions as well. We all got to play our part in this one, I think.